I'm Rafael. I'm from PerifaCon. It's a nerd organization from suburban people in Brazil. And first of all, I would like to say that I'm very happy. I'm very glad to meet you because I'm a huge fan.
Thank you.
So I've had the opportunity to watch the first minutes of the film, and in these first moments, we can see that Doctor Strange is facing some people blaming him and questioning him for things he did in the other films, like Avengers and the last Spider-Man film. So, how does this develop during the film? How did you deal with this situation? And do you think it's possible that we call that movie as a movie about how great powers bring great responsibilities?
That last theme is more the theme of, as you know, Spider-Man than it is Doctor Strange. But you're right, there were a lot of interconnecting storylines. You referenced Spider-Man No Way Home, and also we had to reference WandaVision. And there was talk about the nature of the universe, the Marvel universe, after Thanos has been through it. So there were a lot of different storylines that we had to keep in mind when making Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. It wasn't just a sequel to a movie 7 years ago. It really is a continuing saga, episode 27 in this Marvel universe, and all of the different movies feed storylines into this film. And it was kind of fun. It was like a juggling act. It certainly was very different for me than creating a movie from scratch, like the first Spider-Man or the second Spider-Man movie. These were existing characters. Benedict Cumberbatch had been in like 7 movies playing Doctor Strange. Wanda, maybe something similar like that. So my job was more like taking this story that all these different storytellers had told, carefully minding it during my portion of the telling of it, and making sure it advanced in an interesting way, and passing it on to the next storyteller down the line.
Okay, great. I get it. In the first film of Doctor Strange, Stephen Strange is portrayed as a selfish, with a big ego character. And how do you deal with this in the sequel? Like, considering he now has to share his main leading role of the film with other characters like Wanda and America Chavez. Like, was this difficult for the character?
Yes, it was difficult for the character. Doctor Strange, like you said, has a very big ego. He suffers the sin of hubris. He thinks he's the only person that can hold the knife and do the job just right. So when a young female character like America Chavez comes onto the scene, he's not ready for her brashness. She doesn't respect him all of a sudden. And she won't take any of his guff. She's very strong and independent minded. And it's a little shocking to this not stuffy, but this egotistical character. So during the course of the movie, I think she brings him down a notch and he learns a little bit of humility.
Great. And well, every time a new Marvel movie is out, we always have questions like, what should I watch before I watch this one? And I make this question to you, not about Marvel movies, but what other movies should we watch? Do you recommend we watch before this movie? But non-Marvel movies, like movies you use it as influences or references for constructing this story.
Well, I don't think there's any movie that anybody has to watch before enjoying Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I say that because I hadn't seen most of the Marvel movies when I took this job. I'd seen some main ones. I saw Doctor Strange, but I wanted to make sure because of that, that I could make this movie for the general audience, anyone coming in off the street who hadn't seen all the Marvel movies. I wanted it to be very inclusive and not say, oh, you won't understand it unless you've seen these other ones. That's not the case at all. Now, if you've seen the other Marvel movies, you understand a lot of Easter eggs that we put in for that crowd. But really, it's a general audience movie where you can come in and just have a great time without seeing any of the Marvel films. But as far as other films you suggest, I don't think that there's any movies that I know of that you have to see before watching this film to understand it.
Okay, thanks a lot. So it was a pleasure to talk to you, and I hope the movie is a great success.
Thank you. I hope you like it very much. Thanks for a nice interview.
Thanks.